Hey folks, today is Friday, July 12th, 2019. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldito, here to talk about the video game stuff that has been going on. And it's been quite a week, so let's just go right into it. The first bit of news is our first real look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay, although it was revealed in a little bit of an unconventional way. So the way it went down yesterday, if you're watching it, that was Thursday, a live stream event went down at Infinity Ward. They brought out a bunch of big-time streamers like Courage and Syndicate and all those guys who I barely know who they are. No slight against them, I'm just not part of that world, but they were still very entertaining to watch because they got to play the new Call of Duty multiplayer gameplay focused around one game mode, the 2v2 gunfight mode. Now, what I can say first, right off the bat, I did get to go to Infinity Ward a couple weeks ago, and I got to play this mode as well, and it's really good. It's fun, it's fast-paced, it's addictive. The rules are pretty simple. It's two teams of two players each. The maps are very small and designed just for this mode. One starts on one side, one team starts on the other side. The round goes, you have 40 seconds to find the other team and kill them. The rounds are point-based. There's no, like, create a class thing here or anything like that. It just drops you in, and everybody has the same weapon set, and it rotates. Sometimes it's sniper rifles, sometimes it's rocket launchers. It gets really crazy and stupid. I kind of called it Looney Tunes mode because it just got over the top and fun and fast, and it's a good time. It's very interesting that this is what they decided to reveal first to the world because there is so much more going on. It also confused a lot of people. People thought that this was it. This is all Call of Duty multiplayer is going to be. The developers have come out and confirmed that it is still going to have all traditional regular multiplayer modes. They're just not talking about them yet. There's not too much to show from this other than a couple screenshots. Sorry, like there's still not that much out there, but a Call of Duty universe of sorts. I don't know what that's going to mean, but we do know is that they're going to be unified progression between both single player and multiplayer. That's cool. A couple of little bits of details have trickled out though that I want to run through. The first thing is just leaks. There are like rumors and stuff that there are going to be like a ton of game modes and weapons. Don't know how sure that is, but more real stuff. Activision has gone on record saying that they want to unite the community with plans to support cross-play across platforms and removing, once again, we talked about this earlier, the traditional season pass. Also, the game does feature motion blur, and it does feature motion blur on the guns. That's very much a style choice that doesn't really jive with some people. I don't mind it, but the game is apparently going to have options to turn off motion blur on the guns and also just motion blur in general in the world. Sprint out times are slower, apparently, according to Drifter, especially for the rifles. I can kind of confirm that even though I'm not an expert. Also, what we got to see on the stream is the kind of door mount type of thing. I like the way it's implemented here. You can also open and close doors slowly. There is a list of confirmed weapons out there. Somebody has paid attention to all the streams and wrote down every single weapon that we have seen if you want to check that out. And really, there are a lot of cool gameplay clips out there. They brought these streamers in because they're good, so the gameplay is fun to watch. There's a lot of good pistol kills, fun action, so if you want to check out any of that stuff, we've got a lot of it linked in the description below. I still think that they're not showing the exciting parts yet. I feel like they're revealing this game really in an unconventional way where they should just show me the money, show me the good stuff that I got to see behind the scenes, but I'm sure we'll be talking about that more soon. Let's move on to the Nintendo Switch Lite. What a surprise that was to wake up to, right?
Yeah, totally.
This thing drops just in time for the holiday season, September 20th. It is essentially a smaller, handheld-specific Nintendo Switch. It does not have any docking capabilities. It is strictly handheld. It plays the same games. The screen is a little smaller. It has a slightly increased battery thanks to a switch in RAM voltage. That's really, internally, there's not like, it's not a new thing at all. This is a Nintendo Switch. It plays Switch games, but more handheld and with less of the features. People have said it doesn't switch because it doesn't. The Joy-Cons don't pop off. This thing is strictly handheld. I personally like the freedom that the regular Switch brings. It thought outside the box in how we play games, and that's why I like it so much. This is kind of a turning back on that philosophy, on that appeal. But on the flip side, I guess it's just not for me, and I can accept that. Maybe it's made for kids, like the 2DS, or maybe it's made more for people who just like to play handheld. That's fine. I play about 50-50 handheld versus docked, so I'm not really getting up in arms about it. But the last thing is the price. Drumroll please. How much does it cost?
$200.
$200 buckaroos. We did make a video breaking down all the little differences, though. We will link that in the description below. Really, I'm curious to see what you guys think about this, because this is a big move for Nintendo, because there's also rumors floating around that we're not going to see a Pro enhanced, more powerful Switch. We're only going to have a newer, updated Switch with little tweaks. and then this Lite. So I'm curious to see if you are a Switch owner already, what you're thinking about this stuff. And if you're a newcomer, will you get this? Still, I like hardware, I like tech. I can't wait to get my hands on it and we make a video about it, because that is definitely going to be a thing, of course. But let's move on. The next bit of news is this video here, which shows a little bit more detail and an actual beta running of Minecraft Earth. This, of course, was revealed a couple of months ago to be a sort of Pokemon Go type thing, but with Minecraft. And now that we actually can see it really in action, real implementation, this looks way cool, man. The fact that it uses the AR stuff to build out something on a table, I think is really clever. I've gotten cynical with the whole Pokemon Go thing after the Harry Potter one that I'm not really a big fan of, and so many other companies just trying to cash in on this bullshit. I don't really know, but I gotta say, I like the implementation here. I did sign up for the closed beta. If you want to as well, it's like on the website, so go check that out. Not an endorsement or anything, but yeah. Also, in brief news, a surprise announcement was a Cuphead TV show. Sorry, I'm wearing the shirt. That wasn't intentional. I didn't plan this, okay? I'm like some weird guy. But yep, it has now been confirmed that the Cuphead show is going to be a Netflix original series. It's going to be animated, and it's going to be produced by the company that is famous for holding the rights of such classic stuff like Popeye, Archie, and I believe Betty Boop. King Feature Syndicate is behind that, so I think that's a good pedigree. Also, the two creators, the heads of Studio MDHR, are going to be producing this as well, so this could be pretty cool. I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with this. Apparently, it is going to expand on like them exploring Inkwell Isle and stuff like that. I hope that they just take the boss characters and stuff from the game and flesh them out and make them cool characters in the show. I'm curious to see what style it leans into, because the teaser image looks a little bit different than the art style. I wonder if there's going to be voice acting or if it's going to be all silent. I think it's exciting. I think Netflix is starting to figure out the video game thing. Again, I've said this before, but Castlevania was awesome, so I'm just hoping that this becomes a good thing. But we'll see. Also, a new FPS has been announced. We don't know too much about it yet, but we know it's called Disintegration, and it's a new studio that is working with Private Division, Take-Two's indie type thing. And this new studio, V1 Interactive, that is making the game is head up by Marcus Leto, one of the guys behind the original Halo. All we got was a teaser trailer that looks like Sci-Fi. That's cool, but apparently more is going to be revealed in August at Gamescom, and I'm looking forward to that just because of the pedigree behind this, and Private Division being behind Outer Worlds. It seems like they're picking up good stuff, so I'm curious to see what's going down with this. Also, the creative director, Marcus, did tweet about a raccoon, hinting at something, some sort of cryptic tweet. I don't know if the game's gonna be about raccoons. Maybe it's a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Definitely not. I don't know, I'm just spitballing, but it's something to look forward to. But now we gotta talk about this Google Stadia news. Did you guys hear this? This is such a freaking bummer, dude. I don't get this. So, an FAQ has been published detailing more smaller things about Google Stadia, answering some people's questions. And the big revelation that comes from it is that the only phones that this thing is going to support out of launch, out of the gate, is going to be the Pixel 3, the Pixel 3a, the Pixel XL, and just Pixel 3, the whole line. And that's it. Also, any tablet that is running Chrome OS, but that's not too many. What happened? I thought there was going to be way more. I mean, I'm sure they're going to add support over time, but with the way they were talking this thing up and the fact that Google is behind it, the money, the infrastructure, I did expect iOS and just more Android support out of the gate. That's a little bit of a disappointment, especially considering, you know, this is a hard sell for people already, especially people like us. But at the very least, you were going to assume if you had at least a fairly new smartphone, you would have some support, right? Doesn't seem to be the case, at least at launch. A little bit of a bummer considering it's their whole thing. The more I think about it, more and more I grow a little more skeptical. Of course, we're going to be breaking the thing down and talking about it like crazy once it does finally drop. But for now, that's the newest update. All right, finally, now we can talk about Keanu Reeves again. Okay, so a modder has put Keanu Reeves into Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. There you go. That's linked if you want to check that out. Essentially, it's like Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk 2077, Keanu Reeves' character. Not really too much else to say about that, other than that Keanu Reeves rules. But also linked in the description below, just if we're talking about cool stuff that people are making. We have the newest like trailer and breakdown for the newest update for SPV 3. This is SPV 3.2. This is essentially the PC build-up from the ground up of Halo, not to be confused with the Master Chief Collection or anything like that. This is rebuilt with new tweaks, new additions, more flood stuff, a whole unique new level, weapon stuff. It's crazy, and it also is awesome, and it shows the amount of work that was put into this thing is incredible, and we love highlighting stuff like that. And if you're a Halo fan, this looks like something that if it wasn't on your radar already, like it wasn't on mine, it should be now, because holy shit. Also, if we're just linking cool stuff, the newest launch trailer for a game called Blazing Chrome. This is essentially a spiritual successor to Contra, and it looks way better than that new Contra game. Just saying, sorry. Also, I don't know why I didn't see this coming, but now apparently it's on record that Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is not going to be multi-platform. Apparently this is a PlayStation 4 only joint. I guess maybe I just wasn't paying attention, or I just blissfully thought it's 2019, so of course this is going to be on everything. But after a leak that wasn't really leaky, it was a screw up by a social media team on Xbox. People thought it was coming to Xbox, and then everybody came out and confirmed, no, as of right now, it's PS4 only. That, of course, could change down the line. It very well might. A lot of people have pointed out other examples of games that was on one platform and then came to another. Even something more recently like Nier Automata, but we'll have to wait and see. I think that remake could actually be pretty cool, though. I loved what I saw at E3, so yeah. That's some gaming news from this week, but before we go, we gotta do that giveaway we do every single week. You know how this goes down by now. There's a link in the description below. You click it to sign up. You enter once, then you're entered for good. And then every single week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. So this week's winner is going to be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox and your spam box and stuff like that, because we're going to be reaching out to you to find out how we can send you your free stuff. But now, before we go, let's talk about this stuff down in the comments. The Nintendo Switch Lite, is that something you would ever consider picking up? Do you not have a Switch? Did you want a Switch? Is this the one for you? I don't know. Also, if you're a Call of Duty person, maybe even if you're not a Call of Duty person, have you taken a peek at what they've been slowly drip feeding us? What do you think about it? Whatever you think about that stuff, let's talk down in the comments. I'll be down there as much as possible, but of course, if you got anything else for me, be sure to yell at me on Twitter or Instagram at Jake Baldino. But thank you guys for coming around, for real, appreciate it. Just a quickie week here. If you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something, clicking the like button is the best way you can legit help us out. We would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.